Master on the beat, let's get it.
Alright, it's your boy Brandless back at again, guys. Today I'm so happy to showcase the list that I was able to get my third Perona. Guys, if you guys saw my previous videos, guys, I always doing, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell because I'm always doing live streams of all the events that I do. If I don't do an event and I didn't live stream, it's because I have technical difficulties or the event didn't allow me to do it. But overall, I shout out to the Florida community, all the stores, all the events that I've been going, they allow me to record. So, and also the players for allowing me to record the game. So I really appreciate you guys, the players, the stores to allow me to record the content. But you can always go back, check the live streams if you want to see the gameplays and how I got my first, my second Perona. But I made changes, guys. Just these two cards right here. Guys, the only reason I put this card in my deck is because they made a change. There was a ban list, and I needed to make my deck better against Bonnie, Black Yellow Luffy, and the Mirror Match. And this card can put the work. Yes, in the Mirror Match, they can answer this with Karakuri, but if you have your own Karakuri, that's fine. You choose trading, a board at that point. But if this sticks, this is a 9k to an Enel. Either play an Enel and attack with him. This is a 9k to life without down commitment. And this is really good against Bonnie because it's a 9k without down commitment. You can play it. You can play as early as your 7th down turn. And you can go 9 to 7 to their blocker. That is really hard to remove. So against, I would say generically, against black and blue, you play this. Against yellow, green, Black Yellow Luffy, you play this. But guys, it's just the same list as my previous my second list that I got second. I got my second Perona. But guys, what I like to do as a player, I like to make changes based of what happened on my rounds and things that can help me overall across the matches that gives me more hard time. So this card was the answer. I was thinking about Amaru, Thunderbolt, but those cards they're good, but this card right here always useful on my hand because she's a 1k counter, and she sticks in those matches that helps. She puts the work. But guys, let's keep grinding. Let's get into the games, guys. Let's get it. Let's get it. Whoop.
All right, guys. So here we are, first round, mirror match, playing against Josh. Man, great player. He has one case tournament. He has, I think, by the time of this record, he had like two Peronas already. So he knows how to play the mirror match. He's a great player. Has a lot of respect from me. Always our games are really competitive. Really, it's like it comes down to the wire. It's either I have it or he have it. So I think he makes me go first. I want to start him earlier. I don't want to give him cars. By the time, usually what I do by the time they can play Yamato, that's when I start attacking a little bit, so they don't kill my Gedatsus or anything that I played the turn before. You gotta try your best to play around the cards that you gotta try your best to play around your opponent strength. So if you play Gedatsu and you starving and both of you had 5 life together, you just waste a turn. So you gotta try your best to maximize your turns and your board. So he start aggressive with banish early. That's really good in the mirror match. I lost an ace, so man, that's really rough. Remember, well, if you guys saw my journey, how I got my second Perona, I faced a mirror match in one of those rounds, and he was super aggressive with banish. And thank God he didn't banish my 10 drops, but right here he started really really good. Um, and it's looking good. I think that whoever has goes second has the advantage overall, but you can put a lot of work going first too. It just depends if you see your curve. So he plays the Luffy and passes. Okay, I think I'm gonna have 7 downs right now. So I draw for turn. Thinking what to do. No. Oh, so I won the dice roll. That's what happened, guys. I'm lost, man. No, he went second for sure. Right, guys? Oh, I always get confused, bro. Because I'm looking, what are we playing? I'm looking at the dons. Okay, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I should have 5 dons right now, right? No, I should have 7 dons. One. So look at here, guys. I don't drew. I don't have no play here. That's really really rough. I know he has 8 done, so that's why I didn't attack here. So he plays the Enel, and that's rough. I couldn't establish my own Enel, so that's really rough. You know. Okay, there you go. I had it right done. So now I have 9. Perfect. You know. We're human. Sometimes we can, miscount our dons or whatever. But always try to pay attention to that. You don't want to lose a game or win a game because you instead of having 7, you had 8. So yeah, play the Yamato, kill the Luffy, you know. And now here I'm like, I'm gonna play around your card, so I think I gotta start putting pressure. Guys, sorry for the glare. Some stores, it is what it is. The lighting, hopefully, but I will try my best. I know I have Flampe, two Yoshi, Gedatsu, and an Yamato on the board, and he has an Enel. So here I'm thinking what to do. Like I say, guys, in the mirror match, you wanna be patient. You wanna manage your board in the right way, but you gotta also adapt to your hand. So I couldn't establish my nail. So right now, if he starts stacking aces, he has the overall advantage. So at some point, I gotta put him close to lethal, just in case the game goes, the game goes the wrong way. Like you gotta try to be prepared for anything that can happen. And I think I don't. So I go 6. I'm trying to play around the Yamato, and then I go 5. That's what I'm trying to do. I have to. I have to at that point, because right now, if can still attack him and whatever, but kill my blocker. But I'd rather do that than having him at 4 life, and then kill my board and then you know set me a turn late. Some stores, if I have the end of the table, I do this angle because some videos my brother he's gonna want in charge of. He's the one that knows how to like edit high level. Like we used to do. He went for some health issues. Now he's gonna have a newborn, so he's really busy right now. He went to this event after like a long, long break. And no spoilers, but well, if you guys saw the title in the thumbnail, you guys know that I was blessed and that I was blessed to get a third. So me and him we played in the finals actually. So I was happy for him that it was only 3 rounds, so it was a small tournament, but nonetheless, man, getting there undefeated with me until the finals, that was really really nice. I was happy for him. Mm. So here he's thinking what to do. He's going 6 to 6. Um, so let's see what he does. I don't know. I wish that's the only bad thing about I counter here just to keep my preventing him from pushing my life. Just okay, and now and I wanted to bait the nail attack. That's also what I did it there. I wish I could see my well. You guys can see a little bit. Um, but yes, that's what the reason I did it. I don't think I have all the counter in the world, so because I didn't drew amazing. I didn't drew like broken. So I'm like, it is what it is. I wanted to bait that. I don't know what I do next turn. If I still attack it now, I don't remember. But yeah, but here it's just rough because here he established a Yamato. I don't have board. This is the problem of like not having an nail early because I could have swing 2 times big to that now. See what he does. But it is what it is. Not playing nothing on your 7 done is really 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 rough. Really 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 rough. But here, I don't think I drew aces in this game. Maybe one, I think. I will show you. You guys will see the ending. Like so. I mentioned this before, but One Piece is a card game that is either your opponent have it or doesn't have it. And whoever runs out of like answer to whatever your opponent did the previous turn. Like if I play something and you can answer it, that's fine. But if it comes to a point that you cannot answer what I'm doing, it's going to be really rough to the player that cannot keep up the pace to win the game. So here I'm just thinking, I think now I have an NL, but it's just a turn too late because I mean maybe I swing 9 twice, but he has a lot of cards in hand, and then my board is vulnerable to attack. So I'm just trying to think different angles. I take my time, man. Sometimes if your hand is rough, what I say before, be confident. Don't panic. Just you can think, take your time, try to make the the best play possible. Because if I had the because if I can go 9-7, 10-7, that would be amazing. But he prevent me from doing that. That was really smart of him, killing my blocker. Because now I cannot like I did to the on my previous tournament that I went aggressive towards the Enel. So he's either give me life or in hand. But I mean, if I play the Enel, I can go 10. But it's like, am I doing like he can eat one? You know what I'm saying? And he has a lot of cards in hand. And 10-7, that's only 2 2Ks. So it's not like I'm doing something insane. But at some point, I gotta eat resources. You know? And I'm like, I'm gonna go to that now. Give me life or give me your hand. And I don't remember what I do next, but that's what I'm trying to do. I remember, but I just know how the game ended because I still cannot believe I won this game. I will be straight up, but it goes back to the fundamentals of the game where like if you're desperate, like in a sense desperate in a good way, like the game is gonna be over. You have to maximize. You gotta try. So what you do as a player. So countering here was really smart of him. Was really, really, really smart of him. Why? Because now he's safe. No matter what I do here, if I ace, I cannot ace and rush him down. But if I do a nail or I do kara, it's like it's the same. But that's why you bait, and you also gotta be reactive. Now everything changes. Now, okay, what's my best play now? Now that I know I cannot go big towards him again, because I could easily win 15-7. You know what I'm saying? I could easily go 15-7. If he trashed the life, it could easily be like, okay, let me go 10-7 or 15-7. And at least we both and I, we have like uh, one character. And if you play an ace, I can just defend twice the Yamato because you can only do 10-9. And if he goes big on that Yamato, I can then go past turn, and then I can like start building my own board, and we start from there, and we go from there. You gotta be able to adapt to whatever your opponent does. So here he changed everything because like I said, it sucks that I cannot see my entire hand right now. But I know I have a Yamato. I think I have an Enel, some counter. But it just changes everything. So here I think I'm just gonna go 7-7, maybe play a kara. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta think through like what I'm gonna do. But when we get to the ending, I will go more in depth. So but I will explain you now so you have a better idea what happened then. Um, so the fundamentals of the game is like you gotta be able to recognize when the game is over. So you gotta do the best numbers. So what I did at the end, I did the best numbers and hope for the best. You see what I'm saying? Like I did the best numbers, and if he had the counter, he wins. But if he doesn't have it, he doesn't have it, and that's what you gotta learn how to identify. That comes with experience, talking to great players, watching videos. Like I do a lot of research. Shout out to all the One Piece YouTubers that put the grind. Like I watch a lot of YouTube. I do a lot of research on YouTube. I don't have the sim right now, so that's why I don't. That's why I don't. That's why I don't. Okay, just I don't know what I drew there. So I don't have a lot of. My sim is not working, so I don't have access to a sim. But when I have the sim, that's what I do. I do research, I test, and I do a lot of things. So he goes here. He decided to heal. That's really smart of him. Um, he can try to put pressure on my life, but he also afraid of like if I'm on one life, I cannot like if he attacks with the nail on the Yamato, I can stay at one life, and then I can Raigo and go big to the Yamato. If you have the ace, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? At that point, it's looking pretty good. But this is when it's getting scary because now he's building board. And some games, your opponent's just gonna do better than you, and it is what it is. But what I learned is always have don't let that bother you. Like that didn't bother me. I stay focused. I stay concentrated on the game, and I try to find the best plan that I can execute and how I can steal a game from my opponent. Like when my opponent has the better board, when my opponent has more characters than me, how can I uh, take a win out of that, you know. And but here you start with 10, you bait, you keep your opponent guessing because here what you want when you're trying to do also in the mirror match, it's just like to eat their hand and to like bait. You always baiting, and whoever takes the bait first is and the other player can capitalize. That's really good for you as a player. because at some point you gotta put pressure. At some point you have to kill your opponent. You know. So I decided to heal. Now I have a 2 9Ks, Yamatos, and an Ace. I have 3 life, and I think we both doing the right play. We take the like he there because it's risky for me to putting a 0 life. It was too early for me to go for game there, but you keep baiting. So he goes 5. You defend. He heals, and that's it. I think that's what he does, and that's what you're saying. Like right now, he has the better board. He can go 5, 7, 9, 10, 10, and do another 10 and kill me the next turn. So, um, I'm thinking what to do. I don't think I have another ace because if I would have another ace, what I would have done is because that's the thing. Now I have 3 life. We don't have rush, so you gotta be really mindful. Here, I'm just thinking different. Like let me bait things. Let me see what I can do. Rigo here, I lose 2 life, I instantly lose the game. So that's like I say, like you hear, I go I go 5 alive. He's thinking what to do, and that's just bait. Let's see what your opponent does. You just in the mirror match, it's just all about baiting, and if the board is looking better on the other side, you gotta uh push him to close to lethal. So if he doesn't kill you when he goes for game, now you can like eat his like because if I go for game right now, right, I'm eating his hand, right? Um, I'm eating his hand. If I go for game, I'm eating his hand. Because right now, guys, he can go 5, 7, 9, 10, 10, 10, or he can do just start big. So it's just yeah. But here I'm thinking, okay, he took the bait. It's not necessarily a bait every time you do it, but you know what I'm saying. Like that's what you try to do. You try to see how your opponent react, and you gotta be able to react. Like what's the best play now that he took the first hit? And I'm looking at my hand. I have Rygos. I think I have a Katakuri. So but um, it's always come down to the wire. Um, yeah. Also, like I feel like with the board that he has, he should be putting more pressure on my life for sure. In the previous turn, you should have put more pressure on my life because you gotta make me like you gotta put me in a time bomb where like I see there I kill you or you kill me. But at the same time, that's risky because if I take all the hits, I stay alive. Now I can go 9 to 7, 9 to 7, kill that Enel. Then Rygo, 1 ace. You see what I'm saying? I can put a lot of pressure because I have my board. So that's the thing. I'm not saying necessarily if it would be more aggressive when it starts establishing on the board, that would be the answer because we both have almost the same amount of cards. We have similar board. The only difference is he has 2 aces and he has 2 aces. He has he has 4 big attacks technically 7, 9, 10, 10. I have 9, 9, 10. That's it. So he has a board advantage, but that can work against you if you attack too early. But like I said, I like to be reactive. But my hand is horrible, guys. Look at my hand, guys. I want you to look at my hand. All my hand is 0 cost for the most part. That's horrible. That's horrible, guys. That's the worst you can hope for. Just horrible, man. Horrible, man. And this is one I like. It's looking rough for me. Why? He has 2 aces, a Yamato and Enel. He can try to put a lot of pressure. I can put pressure right now towards his life, but I know I'm not killing him right now. That's a fact. But I gotta put pressure. I just gotta put pressure. I just have to. But I'm thinking this is because he has the board advantage. He has the hand advantage. So what's like no attacking here? No attacking here. It's not the best answer either. No attacking here is not the best answer either. Yo voy ahora, mi amor. Voy ahora, te lo doy ahora. Voy ahora, mi vida. Ve. Ve para allá. Voy ahora. Ok, pero voy ahora. Voy ahora, mi amor. Ve. That's what I'm saying. I have to think, guys. It takes me a while, but I'm just thinking. I know I have to put pressure. Why? Because I have a bad hand. If he goes for life, I don't have the best. Like it's gonna be 10 to 5, 10 to 5, 9 to 5, 7 to 5. So it's way harder to defend. I know I don't have the best hand, but at least I can defend easier my high cost characters. So I'm just thinking what to do. So I go life. In this term, like I gotta put pressure. It is what it is. and he capon one of my ace. It's like, okay, that's really rough. Why? Because I wanted to put pressure. You know, you can be like, you can start with, it's the same thing. He can capot either or. So I'm like, I still gotta put pressure, bro. I still. Sorry, guys. I'm still gonna put pressure. I have to. If not, I don't lose. It's just that's. It took me a while. I'm thinking, looking at different scenarios, looking at my hand. I'm like, I have to put pressure. So I go. I'm thinking, and I'm like, I have to. I have no other option, guys. So he takes it and he triggers a Franklin, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like he has a Capone, a Franklin. I'm like, oh my god, drew a card. Now you gotta trash one, but you just play a body that gives you the card you need to discard. Worst case scenario. So he's thinking what to discard. It gives me I know. Okay. And I'm like, I'm gonna go 11 at your life. She's a one. Yeah, 11. So you gotta be reactive. It is what it is. It's like, are you gonna give me all that counter right now? Give it to me. It is what it is. It would be way better if I could do that 10 swing. So he has the board advantage. He had the Franklin from trigger, and you're like, how in the world I can win this game? Nine, and this is the worst part. The only good thing about now is like he's a zero life. That's the only good thing. Look, my hand is just zero. You will see. You will see here, guys. There's like when I won that game, I was like, there's no way. Cause this, look, I give him a 2-0 cost to answer that attack. I think so. No, 1-0 cost and another card. I had three on my hand, so he knows I have no counter. But he cannot do nothing else. He just gotta keep attacking, right? He has to heal. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Horrible. 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 You're blocking a 10 to 9 with a 0 cost. This is horrible, bro. So here, also looking back, because he had the advantage, right? So he in the hand he has like a Katakuri, a Tukas Shirayoshi blocker. So we were talking after the game, and he was like, "Oh, he should have play the Kata and like play the blocker and bounce Frankly, maybe remove the Enel or something." At that point, he still have the board pressure, but he decided to play the ace and eat my hand. So it's like the thing is that the other play would have given like probably the game maybe. Because I didn't like to I don't have Amaru, I don't have nothing of that. So maybe that was the better play. But that was us looking at his hand after the game and uh uh like maybe that was the better play looking back. Because if I would have, but I'm healthy in life, so I would have swing big to the board. But at that point, I'm dead. I had no hand to defend my board, so I'm forced to go for life. But you just try your best to see, and try your best. Right here, I'm like, I'm not killing your board. I gotta go for your life. So here, I'm thinking. Excuse me, guys. If it triggers a Capona, I don't lose. Because I attack once, he heals. I attack again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like even at one life is still scary. And he has all these cards in hand. So I'm gonna go. So I'm thinking like, okay, so he has one life. He has 20, like a lot of cards in hand. If he has a counter, but this is what I say earlier. You have to force your opponent to have it. If he have it, because whatever reason was, he drew better to the game, better triggers, blah 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 blah. Okay, but this is it. That's why I defend my. If I defend my board, it's because I'm trying to go for a game. There's no way around it. You start with 7. That's 2 cards out of his hand. Here I'm like, I mean, it's looking rough. I'm not gonna win this game. I'm like, okay, you give me okay. And I'm like, okay, how many cards in? So all these hits have to hit. You understand? All these hits from now on has to hit. So he have a capon, GG's. 12 to the best numbers I can do here is 12, 12, 12. Oh my god, thank god. No trigger. I was like, no way. I'm here, that's what I'm saying. Fundamentals. You try your best to go for a game. 12 again. If you have it, you have it. I had no business of winning this game. He has the better board, he had the better triggers, he has the bigger hand. Like I had no business, but you go to the fundamentals. Do you have a capone? No. Okay. You have 13? Let's get it. Give it to me. And I thought he had it. But then he's like, no. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He had 3 bricks in hand. Woo! Look at my reaction. I was like, there's no way. There's no way, guys. But uh, let's go to. He's like, maybe I should have played the Kara or discard the one cos and keep the 1K. He would have 13. I had a Capone live, but 2 deck cards, another deck card in hand. So I don't think there was. I was a Franklin there. I don't think I was gonna be able to survive. I should if he survived that, me to survive. I mean, a smart player, he would have just cleared my board and then he go for game. So I had to go for game. That's why, like I said, guys, stick to the fundamentals. I was blessed and lucky to steal that game from him. But like I said, he's a great player. He played really well. He just happened he didn't have the counter. But guys, let's get into another. Look at my face. I cannot believe it. Let's get to round two. All right, guys. So here we are, round two out of 3 rounds. I'm facing my one of the homies, Deck Box, John John. You guys know we did the deck profile together. Appreciate him for giving us this exclusive. He was undefeated before Swiss rounds on the case tournament. He he's a great yellow player. He beat me in one of the treasure cups that we played. That he got 4 and I got 5th. So I'm really proud of him. Always putting the work. Our games are always, like Josh, always intense. Always go to the wire. I was just blessed and lucky that he didn't have the 13, and and we went from there. But like I said, I was amazed. I couldn't believe it. But hey, not every game is gonna be pretty. Not every game is gonna go your way. But like I say, guys, always try your best to compete. So here, this is gonna be a different game. I will tell you what was the turn that gave me the advantage and the reason that I did it. Like I say, guys, in the mirror match, it's all about, especially an L mirror match, it's all about baiting. Let's see how you have to be able to react to what your opponent does. So in the mirror match, it's about building board, being patient, try to eat the resources in hand because whoever loses the hand is gonna lose the board. And after an L lose hand and board is GG's. So you gotta be able to have mental strength to be able to manage your resource. Don't panic. Like that game was looking rough for me. He had like 3 aces, Yamatos, and Enel. But like I said, I like it's either you have it or you don't have it, and that's what you do. That's one of the biggest fundamentals of the game. It's either you have it or you don't have it, and that's you just gotta learn how to identify that. So he goes, I attack, I put in a 3. Let's see here, play Gedatsu, kill the blocker. That's the reason that I attack. I attack because just in case that first light was a trigger, so I don't want my Gedatsu to die. And then you remove the blocker. You want to remove the blocker earlier. You like just say it's a long game. You don't mind having healing him. You just take that block out of the way. So he plays it now, so that's looking really good for him. I think I went second, so that was really good. Like you want to go second in the mirror match. Like I said, you can still put the work. I was blessed to be able to go for game and kill him because he didn't have enough counter. But generically speaking, you want to go second, because you have the same curve, but you can like answer. It's like you can answer everything they do. Also, going first is not bad because you can like karakuri their you go 7, you play now, then they kara, then you kara, So like I say, both ways you can win, but I just feel like sometimes it comes down to who can play more tendrils, man, and it's just really rough. But like I say, be able to adapt, try your best. I feel like you can go either or, but going second is always good because if you play a component, you do karakuri, and then I don't have a karakuri, you have the advantage as a going second player. So it's all about who drews better too. It's a combination of a lot of factors, but But yeah, play. I'm thinking here what to do. I have 8 dons. Something that I learned when I lost against him in the Treasure Cup. I lost because I went for game too early. I got like I said, don't doubt yourself. I start doubting myself. Like, should I go for game? Because I play like 2 categories. He charged 2 life. I'm like, oh my god, he's at 1 life. He's gonna Rigo my board. Who cares? If he has it, he has it. If you do Rigo, that means he's not establishing his own character. So I should have kara 3 times in that game and try to kara there now. There now. But you start learning. I saw how because we play multiple times before. We always go back and forth, but you gotta be analyzing how players like to play. So I know he likes to defend his Enel. So okay, I do it. You have to do it. He charged Rigo. That's good. But Rigo is not like y- like some game states and the mirror match. Yeah, Rigo is gonna be really nice, but Rigo is like it's mid in the mirror match. It just depends how what's going on. So he got on my cara. That's fine. I'm healthy in life. Uh, but now he established his own cara. So he passes. That's insane. Okay, so but that's fine. That's fine. Like this is about board control. You don't care about the life, but you gotta play around the Yamatos, and that's another misplay that I did when I faced him the first before this. He Yamato my Gedatsu, and I'm like, God, because I pushed early, but not having that Gedatsu attack, it really hurt me. So I'm like, I'm gonna Yamato your Karakuri. That's an insane play. Be able to capitalize for him not attacking. Because yes, you're not giving me card, but your board is vulnerable now. So I play Yamato. I like to start Enel between 4 to 3, depending what I have on board. Here I have 5. He has 3. He cannot Yamato my Yamato. He can Yamato my my Gedatsu, but that's fine. I don't care because if I put him, if I'm like, there's nothing I can. Even if I put it on 1 life, he still can Yamato my Gedatsu. So at that point, you rather have him. You wanna play the Yamato. So here I'm start taking the hits, and yeah, let's see what he does. So he pays 9 and he killed the Gedatsu. That's fine. And we go from there. Now I just gotta be able to answer his board. So he passes. That's smart of him. Why? Because like you attack me, I can attack 9 there. I'm eating alive and you're just losing resource. But also it would be too early to attack in there. But let's see what we do. But also you can bait. But this is like I say, guys. Keep grinding, keep learning your matchups. Yes, the meta is gonna change, but you just keep grinding, man. I need to find out what leader I'm gonna be grinding more. It's gonna be I love yellow. I'll be playing Lucci casually with the homies. I'll be liking Lucci, but I'm a yellow player. I really love yellow. So I gotta see what's better across the meta. It's either gonna be a nail, Kata pudding. I gotta identify what's gonna be my at least on my style, what's going to be the best chances I can give myself as a yellow player. I can identify which leader, and I'm also going to be grinding a little bit of black. I like Lucci. Excuse me. I like Lucci. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I have almost all the cards, so and I'll be testing with the homies. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But I really love yellow, and I feel like yellow is still on OPOA is gonna be a problem. I always felt like yes, there's a lot of good decks out there, but I feel like yellow, as strong as it is being underused at a competitive level. I'm not saying it's better than player Luffy, than Bonnie, than Lucci or whatever, but he can compete against all those decks. So that's what I'm saying. Like I play yellow because it can compete, and I also is my favorite color. So it's like I live in the dream. So, but I feel like it's being underused because people don't like a lot of players hate the triggers and all that mechanic. I just fall in love with that mechanic because yellow was my first color that I started. That's how I learned the game with the yellow Yamato leader. So back in the day, I bought the starter deck and I fall in love. So I don't know. I just love yellow, and as long as yellow can be competitive, I'm gonna grind a lot with them. Like I say, guys, I'm gonna find which yellow leader I can do better across the meta, and then I go from there. And if yellow just die, I just play other colors like black or Maybe in OP-09, I'm looking at Shanks, I'm looking at Blue Doflamingo. So hey, but we always gonna try to find something that competes, but we also love to play. So I went five. I put in a two. If he rigors me, he loses a card, and then yeah, he will be two catchers against one. But that's not like, oh my god, I'm healthy. I have four lives, so it's not the end of the world. But we gotta be patient, and we gotta keep just try your best to bait your opponent. So let's see here. If he puts me at one life, I can rigo his board and go 9 to 7, 9 to 7. So this is all about baiting, like I say, guys, and manage your resources. And whoever loses the hand first, that's like I say, guys. It's just and Nell loses his hand. And this goes to almost every deck. Like you lose your hand in your board, you're gonna lose. But you know, we're talking about the Nell mirror match right now. So he goes seven. That's good. I mean, that's a good pressure. Eight with advantage. I'm like, sure. I lose a Raigo. Okay, that hurts. But, I mean, it doesn't hurt that much, but you're losing a card that you can discard for a zero cost or whatever. So you're losing a card no matter what. Thank God it's not an ace, but you're losing a card. So he pays four. Interesting what he's gonna do with his four dons. I think he's gonna play Frankly maybe. Let's see what he does, guys. I don't remember everything. I just know the next turn. I think it was the key moment of the game. I think this next turn is when the game went towards my way. Oh, he had five dons. Oh, he had 10. He paid two, three. Okay, never mind. So he plays the Gedatsu. That's fine. That's fine. If I have a Yamato, you can be hesitated to kill that. But to be honest, um, I want to put pressure and see what he does. He has like seven cards in hand at this point, so he doesn't have the biggest card in hand. So that's a good hand size to like put pressure on his life, and that's what I was like asking him. And like I say, you start learning what player. That's why I'm always changing my list a little bit. I'm always trying to learn different things that I can do based on my hand to capitalize my strategies. So I know that he loves to defend the NL. So 9 out of 10, he's gonna defend it, and that's not a bad play. I'm just saying that it's something that he likes to do. So, but you gotta be aware because I'm gonna bait him right now. So what I do is, I will walk you through when I do it, and I will tell you why. Like I said, it's just a game of bait. Like if I kill like a Datsu, that has no value for me right now. What has value for me right now is like maybe remove the Enel to life, because I agree with him. If he doesn't defend that Enel, now I have three characters, and I'm winning the board state. But at the same time, you also gotta think what has more value right now. Because worst case scenario, you have like a Datsu and a Yamato and a Nell. And if you have the aces, you can play the aces. Like I say, he players also have to react to where they have in hand. Maybe he doesn't have the aces. You know what I'm saying? But it's a game of bait, and that's what you gotta do. So right now I have a Yamato and a 7-9K, and that card, I'm telling you, man, that card in the mirror match is really really good. That card might go to three, man, depending how the format develops. I don't think I'm gonna have room for her at three because you don't need her in the mirror match or in the Black Yellow Luffy or in the Bunny matches to beat them. You're gonna beat them with your Karas, your Yamato, your like consistently. She's not gonna be the reason you win. But consistently or in some scenarios, she could be the reason that it could put the game towards your favor. She helps 100%. She helps. I love the car. I think she's a staple. She's a staple. I gotta see an OPOA how people are gonna react. So here, this is the bait. He has seven cards in hand, and I can do 7, 9, 9 to life, and that's what I'm baiting right now. So I'm gonna be able to react. Maybe she loses value depending what I face in the format, but she's a 9K, guys, and she's a 1K counter in your hand. She has a great and how she's a great stat. So he charges another nail. I wish I was something better, but worst case scenario, he's losing a car towards his hand that he can use to discard later. So here he took the bait. He has seven cards in hand. You gotta give me two cards here. Are you gonna go to five? He's thinking. Maybe he should have defended that. Maybe he could be like, I'm gonna give you two cards and take the two nines. But okay, so he gives me a toucan and a zero cost. Now he has five cards in hand, I think, of four, something like that. So I'm like, this is where you want the NL player. Now I have a 99k, and I can easily defend a nine. Like if unless you go big twice to my 29ks, that's the only reason I cannot defend. But if that's the route he goes, I can easily go big with leader and Karakuri and kill his characters because he doesn't have a lot of cards in hand. So he took the 9. That could be that he also didn't have counter. He gave me a 0 cost. I'm like, okay, let's keep pushing. That means you don't have counter. If you're giving me that, it's just because you don't have a lot of counter. I'm looking at the stream is going well. I'm like, I'm letting him know. I don't want to see his hand. I'm just looking at the stream that is going through. But you see, like here, we go in second. We play we were able to establish, and we just doing the mind game here. This is just we had similar board state, but now I'm eating his hand. I'm eating his resources, and that's what you want to do. That's why I say like the mirror match is a game of bait, and whoever takes less baits or takes the bait is decreasing his chances of winning the game. Um, but it's a great game so far. Like it's not over, but I'm putting a lot of pressure, and that's what you want to do. So he's thinking what to do. Go to 0. Give me 3 cards. You gotta give me 3 2Ks to get out of it. If you do the 0 cards, you still gotta give me 3 cards. So that's what I did it like, and like he told me after the game like the reason I'm protecting is because you're gonna have more board than me. I mean that's fine, but at least if you start doing your aces, this like I'm not gonna just kill you out of nowhere. But if you give me the window, I'm gonna take it. And that's what I did. Because the game could have went differently. Like I say, you gotta be mindful. This is a perfect sample that you have to be mindful. So give me 3 cards. I'm like, there's no way. Give me wow 3 2Ks. I'm like, this is no matter if he takes it go to 0 or give me the 3 2Ks. That's a win-win for me. See, there are 0. It's not gonna put a lot of pressure on my board, or you have no cards in hand, and I'm healthy in life. And I still have my board. Let's see what he does. Let's see. But this is what that's what that was the turn that the game went my way. I drew better compared to my first matchup, and I was able to like keep baiting. Like if both of the opponents are baiting each other and like establish their board, it's gonna be a long, interesting game. And this is and that's what you want in the mirror match to at least compete. You see your cards, and like I said, guys, as you guys saw, I was able to steal that game because it didn't have the counter at the end, but it could easily win his way, and that's why I'm really humble because and down to earth because yes, I can grind the matchups. I can learn how to beat the matchups. But if I don't see my cards or my opponent drew better, it is what it is. That's what's his day. So right now, it's looking that it's my day, um, because I was able to steal that first game, and now here I was able to put a lot of pressure. I'm looking at his trash, and now he's playing. Now he's playing like at a weird game state where like he's close to die because he's at 1 life, and he doesn't have a lot of cards in it. And to go to 2, that means he's either gotta spend 9 dons or 8 dons. So he's not gonna go big towards my board. And I have a decent, not a crazy hand size, but I have a decent hand size. And I think I have a better hand to defend because I think I have counters. That's what you want, bro. Give him, giving Josh a 0 cost for a 2K. That's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like he's going 10 to 9, and I give you a 0 cost. Come on, man. That's so much minus. But I was desperate. I had to do it. I lose my board, I lose. If he has a trigger, I lose. It is what it is. So he goes 9 to 9. I'm like, that's perfect. That's perfect. Like that's a 1K. And I'm like, I'm gonna give you the Charlotte thing because I'm not gonna play her. Oh, I'll give you a Gadatsu. Yeah, I'm not gonna play like Gadatsu no more. So maybe he has a Raigo. I don't remember. It's just rough because he has a Yamato and an Enel and Onami. Sorry for the glare, guys. Again, I try my best to explain the cards and everything. Um, hopefully you guys are enjoying and. So yeah, I'm here. I'm analyzing. Like he's thinking. He's rough. He's in a rough state. He knows he's rough because I'm healthy in life. I have a big board. So he's going. He's thinking. He's thinking what to do, and that's fine. So he goes 9 to 9, and that's a great number. I just gotta give you one card. Um, But we can also have bricks like me. I had zero cost, zero cost, zero cost. So thank God I have like one case, so I can keep, I can manage my resources the right way. So here she goes big here. I'm gonna make sure you got 1, 2, 3, 14. Right? That's 14, chat, guys. So here I'm thinking like, okay, um, 14. I have to. Should I let her die? I'm like, I don't think so. I'm thinking what to do if it's worth it, because he doesn't have a lot of cards in hand. I'm thinking if it's worth it. I think it is at this point. I can easily clear his board next turn. He doesn't have a lot of hand, and I think I did. I lose my hand too, but now I have that. I already ate his hand the previous turn, so that's 10. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I think I had two cards in hand, but now he has two cards in hands too, so it will be easier for me to kill his board. Yeah, asking me how many cards in hand I have to. The problem here, if you put me, this is a you see the problem here. If he puts me at 2 live, I can NL. I can go 9 to 7, 9 to 7. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he keeps a little bit, but yeah. But I don't think ace would be the better play. The better play is to clear the board. Play the ace later after if he can answer another with another ace. Okay, so did I drew that turn? I think I did already. It's just refreshing. Oh, guys, look at this play. Look at this play that I did here. Let's say I'm always running the matchups, always trying to get better, and always be patient. This is something that I haven't emphasized enough. Be aware of what you counter with, because if it can come back to haunt you. Like counter with a flampe early, counter with like a Luffy early. Be patient. Be patient. Manage your resources the right way. I will show you a play that I did that it was just too much pressure for him. But you gotta analyze. You gotta keep your opponent guessing. This play, I don't think I ever done it before. He never had come down to that, but I'm like, I'm gonna do it. So I go 11 to 9. I want to see because he's gonna give me two cards out of his hand. He has three cards in hand. So you want to keep your opponent guessing. He doesn't know. He's like, oh, he can play a cara, try to remove my nail, or he can do this, do that. I'm gonna keep it guessing. Right now, she's a Yamato is a problem. She's a 9K. So you start with that. You go to 11. Keeping guessing. So, but that's the game you want to be playing. But I do a play where like I'm gonna make sure I kill your whole board, and this is what I'm gonna do next. Or after if I kill, I think what I'm gonna do is kill the Yamato, kill the Gedatsu, and then do the other play. So he let her die. Probably doesn't have a lot of counter. Has three cards in hand. Um, and I'm like, okay, we have problem one solved. So, like I say, everything can change. Maybe I would have swing 9 to 7. He let it die, but I did that. The play that I did here just to make sure that Enel dies. Reading the card, making sure, and like always read your cards, man. Always read your cards. And then I'm thinking what to do, and wisely, like, because I can easily play another cara. I can easily clear the whole board. Um, it's just a matter of yeah, go to 8 to 6. If you're gonna defend the Yamato, you're not gonna defend the Gedatsu. And then, you know, always keep your opponent guessing. You pay 5. You play the Luffy. And I'm like, I can go 8 to 7, 9 to 7, but I'm like, let's see what he does. I'm thinking because that's a good bait though. He has to give me a 2K, and I can go 9 to 7 and eat his hand. But I'm like, I'm just gonna go all. I'm thinking what to do because that wouldn't be bad. But I'm like, just get this out of here, and then I pass. I have Luffy, Kara, Compote, and Yamato. I have the board. I have known hand, but he only has an Onami and leader. So if I can defend one of those, I'm good. And I had two cards in hand or three cards. I had two cards because I played the Luffy. And I think I have a zero cards, and I think that's what I did. I defend. I think he plays an ace. I defend. I think I have a 2K. I defend, and then I went for game. I think so. I don't remember perfectly. I'm so sorry. But here, just I have the board state, and I have the yeah. He heals, go back to 2, and now he's thinking if he's gonna attack. He's going 10 to 8, and I'm like, should I defend this? Is it worth it? Because I can choose. Like you never know. I'm telling you. People can steal games from you. I don't know. I respect the game. Yeah, I'm healthy in life, but I'm just saying, like, I like to always do the best optimal play because you never know what. Respect the game, man. Like in pre-release, somebody play the king, giving the zero cost. Somebody play the king. Somebody play the king rusher, man, and kill me. I'm like, oh my god. I drew a counter. That's what you want because if I can kill that ace, then I have a 2K. Because let's say I try to go for game, don't kill him, then kill the ace. Um, I can like counter with a 2K. I can defend at least a Yamato or Yamato or a Compote. The Karakuri will be dead, but it is what it is. But here I feel like I have to go for game, chat. There's no way. There's no need for me to not go for game here. You know what I'm saying? So I go with one down at 7 to life. He has one card in hand. He has two cards in hand. Being putting me. You start with the 5 cost characters, lower cost character, because they can Nami that or Thunderbolt that or the new Nami coming up. So you always start attacking with that. When you're facing yellow, always start with the small characters. Because it's really hurt when you start with the big characters and then they just kill the smaller characters and then you just lose because of that. So here it's like, it was just a game of managing your resource, baiting the opponent, and whoever takes the baits more, it's decreasing the chances of winning. And sometimes it's just who drew better too. It is what it is. But always stay consistent, man. That's my motto. I always want to be consistent. I'm always want to be. I think it has 3 cards in it, guys. I always want to be always working to be consistent, always learning. Sometimes you lose games because you misplay or you didn't do good, or you had a bad matchup. But you can always find something in that game to make you better. And I'm like, you took that 7. Why not go 7 again? If you capon whatever to your cause, I go for your board. I'm thinking, what's the best numbers here? 7 alive. It's just rough, man. When you're in that situation, that's why like in the previous turn, that was gonna happen to me, and that's why like I'm gonna go for game, man. I'm just gonna go for game. Like, I feel like of what was happening, he should quit attacking 5. Yes, you give me more cards in hand, and maybe it's just too late. But you gotta kill your opponent at some point. So you gotta have it in a situation where like if you see your cards, or maybe you have good triggers. Let's say you trigger 2 capons or a zero cost, so you can prolong the game enough to just to kill me. So that's what I was doing against Josh. Like I was just poking, poking, poking because you at some point you have to kill your opponent. Because here he was trying to kill my board, but he was not putting pressure on my life. So when you are 3 life as an NL player, they have to hit you 5 times, bro, and that's scary, man. That's really scary. I really love NL because of that. Because it's a really grind deck. I gotta see how the new meta is gonna develop, and we're gonna adapt, guys. We might bring back Karakuri, man. I love the leader, how the alternate are. So he's one of my favorite leaders all the time, and Nell's also one of my favorite leaders all the time. Like, I mean, it's the 2 most competitive leaders that I play. So he counter, give me 2K, that's good. 2Ks out of a 7, that's good. He has 2 cards in hand. So I'm like, I just shoot 9. So um, so yeah, guys, that's what you do. Um, that's what you do, and that's what you do in the match, in the matchups. That's what you do in the mirror match. But I'm sorry. So that's what I do, and this my 2 most competitive that I play ever. So competitive wise, so of course they're gonna be my favorite guys, right, guys? So he doesn't have any triggers. That's really good. And then yeah, and then here have two attacks. So if he has like a pawn, he can leave, but he has zero life. So I gotta look in the new meta, see how it's gonna develop, guys, and see what I like the most. But always trying to be competitive, guys. I never play Saka or La, cause they consider the best decks. Cause I have my like as long as yellow can be competitive, I think I'm always gonna incline more to yellow. GG's man, GG's man. Shout out to John, man. Great player. So excited. Now I'm going to the finals against my brother Kobe Sierra. Let's get it, guys. All right, guys. So here we are, final round, round three against my brother Kobe Sierra. I'm so happy and proud of him that he was able to make the finals, and I believe he got second. So I'm really, really proud of him. Small tournament, we have fun. Had to face Josh, great player. Had to face John, another great player. And I'm gonna tell you something. My brother hasn't played a lot because of health issues, and now he's gonna have a newborn. But he knows how to play his black decks. He used to be really good with Sakasugi. So hey, let's get into it. And I can't wait for him to, after the newborn is born, and he can go back to more competitive, to have him back in the scene, playing testing more and grinding more, and hopefully he can find the deck that he really loves for for OPO8, OPO9, and keep grinding, man. I have a lot of respect for him, and I'm gonna tell you something. Thanks to him, I learned the La matchup, the Lucci matchup, and also the Saka matchup. So shout out to you, my brother Kobe Sierra. So here we are in the finals. But also, again, shout out to John, man, great player. It was fun. I was just blessed and lucky to see my cars, be able to, sometimes it's your days and sometimes it's my day. So shout out to you, my brother. Always in the grind. Let's keep grinding. Let's keep getting better. So here, guys, I saw the perfect hand. I believe I saw my blocker exactly. I won the dash roll, so I believe I went second. So I saw my playing that early. That's really good. Um, and I saw a nail. I saw I think get Karakuri, and I saw an A. So I know I opened really, 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 really good. So it's just in against black decks in general, you want to see two cars consistently. You want to this is a really great play against black too. Vanish, Ice Age, I guess. Oh my, I mean, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's either that or Gecko. Cards like that or Gecko. That's the hits you want to do. I saw Ishu can hurt. Ishu can really, really hurt. So against black decks, what you want to mulligan for, guys, always is the Enel. Enel, I guess, like, of course, you want to cut other geckos, but he trashes the gecko there. It's like, yes, I love it. I love it. It's like, and that's what you want, man. That's what you want. That's the one of the things that sometimes kicks me away from some decks that they're really good. Like, what about you? You trash everything you need, man. You're gonna lose that game no matter what. But that can happen with any matchup, any deck. Like if you don't see your cards, it's the same. You trash them or you don't see your cards, it's rough. So here, guys, this I we made changes on his list because he hasn't been playing for a while, and we made the list without the stage because we want to get ready for OPOA. I believe so. I think yeah, we remove it. And I told him add three of that Luffy, and that Luffy can put the work. I would choose Blast and Lucky that I went second, and I was able to Raigo that. And I don't have Flampe. If I do Flampe, I'm not gonna be able to Raigo, so I have to lose that life no matter what. And that's what I do, guys. Because that card, it just destroy my. It would be nice to trigger that Franklin, but I'd rather destroy that Luffy. Why? Because that Luffy, it makes the nail matchup way easier because they can choose trash right now, and that's really rough. And right now, I'm not playing the Sabo. This is OP-07.5, so I'm not playing the new Nami. So it's like, whew, it's scary. Guys, people be asking me what's gonna be your changes for OPOA. I don't have the same, so I haven't been playing. I haven't been grinding OPOA, but we know we're gonna start the set with Enel and Kara. Those are the leaders that are more familiar, and then we're gonna look into Puri and Lucci. But I'm thinking about just because I'm gonna play two Rocket Luffy and two Namis. The reason I don't think Nami is gonna be amazing on Enel, I think she's probably gonna be a staple in most of yellow leaders. But like I said, I gotta adapt to the new meta, see how it reacts. The problem with Nami is you have to discard a trigger. And yes, I have triggers on my deck, but I don't think I have like insane triggers. You know, like for example, in Kara, I think she's a staple because you play Prospero, Kikonoyo, Sanji. You have like more and more triggers like consistently. So I feel like like she she might not be a 4 off on Enel, but I gotta test her. I gotta see how she plays on my deck. I know I have a lot of triggers, but what I'm saying is on Kara she's way better because most of your deck is triggers. You know, in here I'm playing four aces, four Yamatos, right? Four Karakuris, three Enels. That's like half of my deck. No trigger. Then we have four Zero Cost, that's a trigger. Four Rygos, that's 8 triggers. Four Franklins, that's 12 triggers. Four Capone, that's 16 triggers. What else? I have triggers, guys. Four Namis, that's. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm talking out of my. I think she's gonna be a 4 off. I'm talking. I'm not talking there. Yeah, I have a lot of triggers. I don't know what. I just what I meant to say is that I don't have a lot of body triggers, but I have a lot of triggers. So what I'm trying to say also is like I really like to manage my resources. Like I like to have control of my resources, and like the problem with Nami is like you have to trash a trigger. So it's like, oh my god, I need this Rygo next turn for the 10 drop or whatever, or I need this Rygo, whatever, and then I don't have more triggers in hand. But thinking now, we're not always gonna have Nami on trigger. We're not always gonna have card triggers in our life. So she might be a 4 off, man. I'm so sorry. I was just talking, and then he plays the he plays the he's playing the. He's removing my board. I get to heal. Then he's attacking, and I think I'm gonna take it. And yeah, that's fine. I agree with that play, removing the blocker early. I don't think that's a bad play because then you can abuse the blocker late game, or I can put myself in a position that you're never gonna kill me because if you carry that blocker, I go to 3 life because I just played on an 9 cost or a 10 drop ace. But I guess yeah, guys. It's just I like Luffy because it's like quote unquote free trigger. On Nami is a free trigger. Like you just have to have them on live. And the good thing about Luffy, when you play him, okay, you lose that body, you lose that character, but you get to draw a card. So yeah, that was a really good for me, man. Maybe he should have started me at 2 there, having the Rygo there. The reason I did the Rygo is because I have another Rygo, so that's the reason I did it. Uh, so here I gotta think what to do. What's my best option? I think I have 9 dons or 8. I don't know. Yeah, sure. Yeah. So 8 dons. I think so. So I go 6 to where? I don't remember. Maybe 6 alive. I think so. That's what I do. I'm going 6 alive. That's what I think I'm doing. So sorry, I haven't been talking a lot about the game. It's just like I was just thinking about the new Nami card, and people be asking me that in the comments. So yeah, going second. So I have 8 done. So okay, I'm going 6 alive, and then I'm gonna play the now. So yeah, I still like the Luffy. Um, but I think overall with all the triggers that we play, I was just thinking about body triggers. We don't play a lot of body triggers, but honestly, man, I think she's a staple because you can discard her. You know, if you have 2 of her in hand, you can choose discard her. So I think she's gonna be. I just maybe early. I'm gonna try 2 and 2. I just like the Luffy. I like the Luffy because activate trigger. I keep my hand size. You know, but Nami, she's good, man. She's a 1K counter and she kills a 5, bro. So she might replace Luffy entirely. I don't think I'm gonna do the same as the previous set, where I was playing like 3 Onamis, 3 Sabos, 3 Luffy, or 4 Onamis, 3 Luffys, and stuff like that. I think like having because we have Raigo, so Raigo can also kill from board. So like matches you're gonna be starving them. Raigo's gonna put work from life, Onami's gonna put work from life, the new Nami. So I just gotta try the new ratios, and see how it goes. Do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys think Luffy's dead? Do you think just Nami just way better and there's no need to play 2 of her? Just play 4. But let's see how it goes. So he's attacking the my life. I counter. So if he tries to remove him, I can defend him. But here in this match, guys, I just saw my curve, and it just I gotta see how. And he plays the blocker. Okay, okay. Um, Mommy, stop that, please. So he plays a blocker. That's better than playing a gecko, man, for sure. And this was nice, man. Like he can recycle that, man. It's like because if that Luffy stays, I feel like the matchup goes like 70-30 towards Lucci. Why? I will explain you why. If Luffy stays, that means the next turn he can play Gecko, minus and do all that, and then he's a 6K to life. He has a blocker. If I try to kill him, he can defend with a blocker, and he can try. Oh, he's a Luffy. He's a Luffy, so he can trash my Enel, and I cannot do the Enel ability. He can KO it, try whatever. I cannot use the Enel effect because there's a Luffy on board. So the reason I won this game is because I was able to remove the Luffy. So I think we have to play the Nami at 4. I think Luffy just lose a lot of value. And I rather have now the argument is like, do you play 3 and 3 or do you remove the Onami? But it's just like Onami's a freak because the good thing about Luffy, guys, is like you can play from hand. But that's the advantage of Onami too. But the advantage of it's just like there's different cards. Luffy draws you a card, Nami stays on board, kill a 5 or less, and if you have 3 or less, you draw a card. So I think it's just now thinking more. It's just like I said, I haven't played tested. I haven't played test Nami, but by reading the card and talking more about it, yeah, guys, you guys, yeah, Nami's. I think I'm just gonna put it at 4. So yeah, so I go 7 lives. I want to eat that blocker. I'm having a 2 lives, so that's really good. And I'm gonna get putting more pressure. And then I'm gonna Katakuri, guys. Be able to answer that. But that's the thing. Like, I really love the deck because you have a lot of ways to remove. So first time I did Raigo to that, and now I'm gonna kata that. Um, so I was just a blast to see all the cards when I needed to see them. That's why, like, even if you guys notice, even with I have a rough game the first game, but consistently through my games, through my matchups, I see, I feel like I see my cards consistently, and but yeah, it can happen. Like I would say that Shirayoshi the fight cost is a staple when you go to big regionals, because it's like imagine you go to a big regional and you lose a game because you didn't see your cards, and even with Shirayoshi, sometimes you're not gonna see your cards because that's just luck that you're gonna draw them. But technically, with Shirayoshi, you playing a 46 card deck, and you playing a card that draws you 3. It's never bad, That's just you drawing into your deck, so you increase based on numbers and percentage. You increase the numbers of you seeing your cards. But to me, in 6 rounds, 7 rounds, you can get away without the Shirayoshi. I've been doing really consistently well without it because I play for the most part everything at 4, and I play a long game. So when you play and also also because of my leader effect. Maybe on Karakuri, she's I will play her more. She will be like, oh no, I have to play at 4. Karakuri has searchers too, so like I say, like I love Shirayoshi. The reason that stop, mommy, stop. The reason that I don't play her. Mira, there you go, mommy. There you go. She was gonna break something, but she got it now. I love you, mama. Uh, and then the reason. Está bien, mami. Okay, mami. But then, okay. So, I'm sorry, mami. Voy ahora. Daddy do this. Um, so yeah, it's like also my thought process by not playing the Shirayoshi is because I get that question asked a lot in the comments. It's because I play almost everything at 4 that I want, and it's also because of my leader ability. I get to draw a lot in the game. So you see what I'm saying? I get to draw a lot, so I rather make room for cards that it can give me the advantage in those matches, and that's what I did. That's why you guys saw me playing more Sabos in a few tournaments. Then you guys saw me now seeing me playing the Compote, because not having Shirayoshi in your deck gives you a little bit of room to play cards that is for specific decks that gives you problems. And yeah, that's the reason I did it. And also with Frankly, we get to draw more. Also with Flampe, we get to draw 2 cards. So it's also having all those cards. It helps you. Like, okay, I'm not gonna play Shirayoshi and get away with it. But my brother give me 2 Shirayoshi. Mami, comete eso. 2 Shirayoshi. That's too much chocolate, mommy. Be careful. Two Shirayoshi from the collection event, and they look like alternate arts, man. Like they look. They look really, really nice. So I don't know. I might play two just because I'm on an L list. So here and then here he's just doing his combos, but yeah, yes, my love, I'm almost done. This is the last match. So he's removing my I'm reading the card, making sure everything's good. So he's removing my kata, but he's not establishing pressure, and that's what you want as an NL player. That's what you want. Like that's really good for you. He just I don't think he drew the gecko, so that's or maybe he didn't feel comfortable. I don't remember his hand, but he didn't drew the best hand. But based on his hand, me being able to answer to a Luffy, it was a difference in the game. But now, guys, they're getting Jack, they're getting who is who. So I gotta see how that match is gonna develop because now it's like, and also I see some builds that they play Jack, more issues, and it's like, oh my god, can I keep up? Because we can only Rago Jack, guys. We can only try to attack over him or Rago him. So we gotta see how the meta develops, guys. Like I said, I'm gonna start with most likely with Enel and Kara, and then look into pudding. The reason like the reason that I hesitating with like grinding with pudding right away is because I'm missing the cars, and also I feel like she's gonna be a great leader, and she might break the game in some tournaments because oh she just she didn't she saw favorite matchups and she just beat everybody because she ran fast. Um so um so so yeah, she can be really toxic. But I like to play decks that they're powerful, of course, they're consistent, they're competitive, but also like I can control more. I can like try to outground my opponent, outskill my opponent. And I feel like Pudding, she's gonna be like one. You can build it different ways, but she's gonna be like one trick pony. But she's gonna be really powerful though. Like I said, you might see me with her, but I'm gonna be the first to tell you that at least looking from far, I haven't play test her, but looking some videos and looking how people I'll be talking to the community, she's gonna be one trick pony. At least with Kara, you have triggers from board. You can some turns you can be depending the board state and your hand size, you can be like instead of playing a 10 drop, I'm gonna play Karakuri or I'm gonna play the 7 drop. Like there's different ways you can do. With pudding, it's like you're using all your dons to play a 9 or 10, and that's powerful. It's powerful cards. But like I'm saying, I like to like be I like to play decks that can adapt. So here, just putting pressure, guys. Just putting pressure. It is just he was removing my other characters, but you're not establishing a Gecko Moria. So it's just you're not doing like yes, you're doing something, but you're not doing much. So he's going five for the character. That's really smart. You don't want to give me. Oh, he goes five alive. I'm sorry. Maybe I feel like as a Lucci player, you want to start me at two guys until you're gonna go for game. You gotta force me to Rygo and lose a card or waste a 2K to kill your Lucci, to kill your Gecko or your Heiko's characters. So to me, guys, that's something that because I was playing for just for fun and for testing, and somebody was using my deck. Lazy One, shout out to you, man, great player. He got a winner card. He got a winner card in the pre-release. So shout out to you, man, great player. Also John, man, John has been doing great in the pre-releases events. He got a Marco winner, and I think he got a Zoro winner last set. So I'm proud of you guys. So we're playing for fun. He was beating me with an L, but what I did was I was like, I'm gonna force you to draw your cards, and I started at 2 life, and I was able to outgrind him. Because when you do gecko, and then you start swimming 7 7 9 9 9, just too much pressure to the N L player on the end. So starving me at 2 is not the worst either. If I see my cars, I saw my cars, But don't give me the cars, you know what I'm saying? But it just depends your bill, and also having me at 1 life, I'm close to Lito, so it's not like the worst play. But I'm saying is just adapt to your hand, and try to do different strategies. Like because having me at 1 life, it can work against you too. Because now I can do Raigo, I can do Yamato, I can do this, I can do that more comfortably. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Just be mindful. So here, he plays that. I'm gonna keep doing the same thing. Go 7 alive. I think I have another ace. So he counters. That's fine. I'm eating 2 cards out of his hand. He has to give me a gecko. It's just really hard for him. I go 5 alive. He gives me a 1K, and then I go back to 2. I heal, and then I go 10 alive. There's no need for me to attack your board. And at that point, it's just a lot of pressure. So here, I don't think he has the blockers. Maybe he should have kept that gecko to play more passive. Maybe I don't know if he had the dons and the cards to like play remove the ace, play the gecko, and play a blocker. I don't know if he had enough cards to do that combo. But at that point, I just he's a zero life, and it's just really rough. It's just really rough because if I have a way to answer the Rebecca, he just auto loses with a big attack. Yeah, and the reason I over talk about Nami is because I always talking about different scenarios, but my concern with Nami is like, oh my god, I'm playing against my only way to kill you is you have a Rebecca. If I kill a Rebecca, I win. But I have a Nami, I have no counter. I have no. I have no no triggers in here. I'm like, no. I wish I had a trigger to kill your dad. So that's the advantage of Luffy. So if you Luffy's like in some scenarios, you don't have to have a trigger. You just have to have a two life, and you're always going to be a two life late game with Enel for the most part. So that's why I'm hesitating. But to be fair, man, Nami's going to be crazy, and we play a lot of triggers. So you know, I just think like she's gonna be so good, man. She's gonna be so good. But I gotta see her stats. Is she's a 6K chat? Is she just 6K crew? Like I don't know. I don't remember. She's actually, where's my phone? I need my phone. Can you bring it to me? So she's. I want to check. I want to check if she's a five a 6K. She's a 6K. It's gonna be really good. No, every game comes down to that. Like, oh, thank God I had a Luffy, Rocket Luffy, or a Raigo to kill the blocker. But some games comes down to that. And like I said earlier, I like to have control of my plays, for the most part. You know. Thank you. Let me see, guys. Let's check TCG player. Shout out. No, no, no sponsor though. So let's see here, guys. So here he's just thinking what to do. It's really rough. No life. Okay, so Nami. Let's see, guys. Let's see here the new Nami, the yellow Nami. Yeah, that's the only thing. She's a 5K. Don't mommy. So that's kind of rough. That's kind of rough. I mean, not rough. She's powerful, but I'm saying like imagine her being a 6K. Woo! That's why I really like Luffy. She's a 6K. You know what I'm saying? She's 6K, baby. Because she can attack 6 without dunk commitment. That can come clutch against 6K leaders or like Bonnie that they play 6K characters. But we have our Gedatsu. We still have our Gedatsu in deck. Like I don't think I'm gonna remove that card. Gedatsu is so powerful. That's is still a staple, guys. So yeah, he's a 6K, but like I said, guys, I got a debate. I probably gonna do 2 and 2 and see how it feels. And I'm gonna be doing research, doing a lot of locals. I can wait for Friday, next Friday, to So here he's trying to go for a game. Uh, Lead ability. I'm gonna trash a car. I have the counter. I'm gonna trigger something at the latest, but I have the counter. I show him at the end. But guys, thank you so much for the support. I'm gonna be testing. The only card that I see for yellow that I'm gonna take that I'm gonna take on my deck. Thank you. That I'm gonna take on my deck is gonna be the new Nami, probably a 2. See how it feels, or maybe a 4. Like I say, guys, I gotta grind. I can wait for the next Friday when the set is legal. To So there you go. I capone that. He's like, oh, that's my only way out. But I show him that I have 0 cost and I had it. I'm just being, I just did it. It is what it is. But I show him I have a lot of counter. So, but that was the finals, guys. A smaller tournament. That's my brother. I love him. I'm glad he came back. I mean, at least for this tournament. But guys, the only card that I see that I'm gonna take is gonna be the new Nami. I don't think Enel needs anything else. The only, but of course, I see all the cards making a comeback like Cracker, the Ace, maybe I Am God. There's all the cards on Maru. There's all the cards depending how the meta develops that we might bring back to Enel. But like I said, I'm gonna be grinding with different Enel Katakuri, see how it feels. Maybe some Pudding, maybe some Lucci. But again, thank you so much for the support. Um, I'm so happy, proud of everybody. Thank you guys for the games. Thank you for making me better, community. You guys are the best. Please comment, tell me what I could have done better, or strategies. What's your deck for OPOA? There you go, me talking shit. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of myself. Oh my god. Let's get it.
and
Let's get it.
Josh.
I'm
So
happy.
they're
I
both,
love
you
it.
know,
I love
great
it. I
players.
love
So
it. I
I got
love it.
lucky
Love it.
today. I'm
Love it.
blessed.
I love
It's a good game, man.
it.
Good day. We got it back to back
Always in the
again.
grind, baby.
Again of the game.
Oh,
I'm
oh my
happy.
God, I'm over
Hey, it's
talking here
going
like I
home,
always
Kobe.
do. I'm so
And
sorry.
also,
I'm happy. I'm proud of myself.
it's
I know
coming
the
home.
grind
We
that I
got,
put into the game, and
yeah, we
yes, I
got
got
three.
lucky in
So
some
it's going
games.
for the Hernandez
And
Logan.
every
Let's go
game that
against
I
Saka.
won
So
is
it's
not
gonna
only
be fun.
because oh my God I know
And my
everything.
brother
No,
hasn't played for a while,
the
so
deck
it's
performed really
it's getting
well.
used to
I
it.
got
We
good
did lose the
matchups, or
deck
I
like
got
last
lucky with my
minute,
drews.
so
So that's why it's
but
always humble. But
but yeah,
you
it
feel
was a good
proud of
game. It was a good
yourself.
game, man. I'm happy,
You know,
guys.
it's good to feel proud of your
Thank you.
accomplishment. That's my third
Yeah,
Perona, so I'm so
yeah.
happy.
Thank you
And
so
I
much for the
might
support. Let me show
try
you the
more
Verona
tournaments
again,
to see
and
my to try my luck and see
woo,
if I can get the play set.
we might do
But
another
guys,
one
thank you so
tomorrow. We'll
much.
see.
Bye bye. See you. Have a great day. I see you. GG's.
Woo.